Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema. Cakes. I think this is something that I keep hearing all the time. Ma'am, please show us some cake recipes. So today I've put up two recipes together for you guys. One is honey cake, which is a wonderful recipe, and the other one is red velvet brownie with this lovely cream frosting. So why wait? Let's get into the recipes and see how we're going to make these. First, I'm going to mix the dry ingredients. For this, take 2.5 cups of flour, that is all-purpose flour or maida, half cup sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon baking soda, quarter teaspoon table salt. Mix the dry ingredients together and keep it aside. For the wet ingredients, I've taken 2 cups of whole milk, half cup of condensed milk, half cup of refined oil, quarter cup of melted butter, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, 1.5 teaspoons of vinegar. Mix everything together. To this, I'm going to add the dry ingredients. Mix everything together till it's all well combined. The batters come together beautifully, it's nice and creamy. Before baking, I'm going to preheat the oven at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. I've lined a cake tin with butter paper. Bake the cake for 45 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade. For the honey cake, I'm going to make a sweet syrup. For this, take a pan, add half cup of water, quarter cup of sugar. To this, add 3 tablespoons of honey. Gently mix it till the sugar is completely dissolved. Turn off the stove, keep the sweet syrup aside. To the same saucepan, add 3 tablespoons of mixed fruit jam. Melt the jam on medium flame. The jam is completely melted, keep it aside. I'm going to cut off the top. Make sure it's nicely leveled. Cut off the sides. Using a skewer stick, I'm going to poke holes into the cake. Gently start pouring the syrup into the holes. It instantly absorbs all the syrup. I'm going to top it off with some melted jam. Make sure you spread it out evenly on all sides. Finally, I'm going to top it off with some desiccated coconut. Let it sit for about 10 minutes. Cut it into pieces and serve it immediately. Here is a delicious honey sponge cake that you can enjoy. First, I'm going to melt some butter and chocolate. For this, I've taken 150 grams of unsalted butter. Soften the butter and add it. Once the butter is melted, turn off the stove. Next, add 150 grams of cooking chocolate. The chocolate is completely dissolved. Keep this aside. Once the melted chocolate comes to room temperature, pour it into a bowl. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of granulated sugar. Just mix it together. I'm going to add 4 eggs in total. Add 1 egg at a time. After adding each egg, mix it well. After adding the eggs, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Next, I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of red food coloring. Now this is a liquid. If you have the red food coloring gel, it's much stronger. So that you can add about 1 teaspoon. Just mix everything together using a whisk. Next, add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour or maida, half teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Mix everything together slowly. The brownie batter is ready. Next, I'm going to prepare the tin for baking. I've taken a 24 centimeter cake tin. I'm just going to grease it with a little butter on the bottom and sides. Pour the batter into the tin. Spread it evenly on all sides. Preheat the oven for about 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Bake it for about 40 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. The brownie is done. Let it cool down completely. Meanwhile, I'm going to make the frosting. This is about 800 grams of curd that's been hung in a muslin cloth overnight. Leave it in the refrigerator for about 12 hours till all the whey water is drained. As you can see, it's become a nice creamy cheese consistency. To this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. To this, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. So it's all come together beautifully. I'm going to add 25 grams of softened unsalted butter. Beat it nicely for about a minute till everything is well combined. So here is a very smooth, creamy and silky frosting for your red velvet brownie. This is a great frosting that you can actually make at home. Make sure to refrigerate the frosting and apply it just before serving. Place the brownie onto a cooling rack. Remove the butter paper. Gently apply the frosting onto the brownie. Spread it out evenly. Once you've applied the frosting, make sure you consume it immediately. Cut it into desired size and serve it immediately. So there you go. So if you're craving for something different and you're missing on eating out, this is something that you can make at home. It's very simple and easy to make, and it's absolutely delicious. So do try these recipes and enjoy.